What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest DXUI, and this is the version 1.7 and it is an official build, but this is based on Android 13 guys, not Android 14. But I have been really impressed with this ROM, that's why I'm making this video. This is a 18th December 2023 build. There are two separate versions of this ROM. Of course, one comes with GApps and one doesn't, that's vanilla. But I have already flashed the GApps included variant as usual. And if you don't know how to flash this ROM, the flashing guide will be present in the description. Now let me show you the about section quickly first, because it looks a little bit different. As you can see, it shows this about phone section right here. It does this Droid XUI animation right here, you can see. And if you just tap here, you will get into the about section. Right now it shows up to date and there is long-term support here, it shows. And if you click here, it doesn't do anything. We have the Android version as 13 because of course it's Android 13 build. If you make this clock to 1 o'clock, it will show you Android 13's Easter egg and you can get even more emojis like this. Let me just go back. The DXUI version shows as 1.7 and there is the device info stuff, and this ROM is actually maintained by Vaskar. So huge thanks to the developer of this ROM. We have the Android security patch level as November 5th, 2023, not quite December yet. Stock kernel as the 4.14 sleepy kernel. And here we have the SLX TDH, which shows as enforcing. Now in the system panel, you will get this kind of look in the system settings, and there is a system updater as well. You can check for updates, that's a really good thing. Let me go back, and we have the sweet parts right here. We have the high refresh rate right here, so you can choose 60 always or 60 to 120 or 120 Hz all the time. I have been using with 120 Hz all the time, working fine for me. We have the refresh rate customization per app you can do, and for per app you can set particular apps refresh rate to 60, 90 or 120 Hz. That's really nice. We have the de-streaming right here, so if you want to enable that, you can. And there is a thermal profile, so you can set particular apps to benchmark or something like that, or there are even more other options in case you need those. And if you scroll down more, we got the Mi Sound Enhancer, and in here you can enable that, and we have multiple different presets like the Youth Edition and stuff, and much more are available. And we have the sound presets right here. Bass booster, the bass reduction, treble reduction are present. We have the scenario, you can change that, and we also have the enable hi-fi option. Now clear speaker option is also present. Let me go back from here. We have the gestures, then we have the quickly open camera. You can use it if you want. We have the system navigation gestures. In the settings of it, we have the swipe to invoke assistant, that is working fine. We also have the left edge right edge customization, and the immersive navigation means it will hide this particular pill bar, I guess, but you cannot change the thickness or radius of the pill bar, I think. We have the 3-button navigation, and there is hold for assistant for it. We also have the press and hold power button actions. Then we have the playback control. The quick torch is also there, and we have the swipe to take screenshot, that works perfectly fine. There is a share, edit, delete, and the Google Lens feature, and of course capture mode will appear when it's needed. We have the prevent ringing option right here. Now that's pretty much it about the system settings, but right now let me show you the home screen. This is how it looks like. It looks beautiful in my opinion. We have a Droid XUI launcher. Let me show you the home screen settings, and in here this is the Droid XUI launcher, as you can see. And in the recents panel, it looks like this, but you can customize this inside this launcher. We have the hidden and protected apps, that's for like the AppLock and stuff. We have the restart option for the launcher itself, and we have the background blur depth, allow home screen rotation and stuff. Let's just restart the launcher so that I think the battery widget may work, but yeah, it doesn't work as of right now. It shows loading. Where was I? In the home screen settings, we have the suggestions. You can disable the suggestions if you want. Then we have the recent panel customization. We have the memory info, and we have the lens enabling option, then the screenshot clear all, and the shake phone to clear all options. And the background opacity is there for the recents, I guess. I'll just turn it to 70 something. Let me just go back, and in the app drawer we have the themed icons, app search bar, icon levels in drawer, and the row height and stuff. And in terms of home screen settings, we have the lock layout, add app icons to the home screen, double tap to sleep, wallpaper scrolling and zooming, and the parallax kind of feature. We have the single page center. Also we have the swipe to access Google Apps, status bar, and all other features like Google kind of features. Also the random messages and the extended style. And we have the Google search bar, music search, and the themed icons, etc. And the corner radius also you can change. By the way, whenever you go into your home screen, it actually shows this welcome to your Droid X family. Looks really nice, and shows enjoy our OS. So that really looks good. Then in the icon section, we have the app icon packs. You can change the icon packs if you want. We have the notification dots, icon size and font size, and the force themed icons, etc. Now in the recents, as you can see right now, it has the screenshot, the lens, and the clear all button. And on the bottom right now, it shows the memory info. And if you just tap here, you can go into the split screen mode and stuff. To the left of the home screen, we have the Google's Discover page. It's a very smooth experience, 120 Hz. It's totally working perfectly fine. Swiping up will get you to the app drawer, and swiping down will get you to the quick setting panel. And in the dark theme, the quick setting panel stays dark, and in the light theme, as you can see, still the quick setting panel stays dark, but the notification panel and stuff and even the settings panel will turn white in the light theme. But the interesting fact about the quick setting panel over here is this Android 11 kind of look, and you can change it. That's like really nice. You can actually edit and add multiple toggles if you want to. There are plethora of options as you can see from here, but the toggles I have added are Wi-Fi, mobile data, Bluetooth toggle, and the flashlight and stuff. Everything is working fine. We have the device control or the Google Home controls, auto red screen, battery saver, the screen recording is there. There is the HEVC and the device audio and microphone audio recording at the same time. And we also have the lower quality, bigger file size limit and all these features. Then we have the hotspot, the dark theme, night light, and the do not disturb. And then we have the heads up and stuff, then the reboot toggle, the refresh rate changing option, the always on display toggle, alarm, do not disturb, and the data saver, airplane mode, screencast, and the mic, camera, privacy kind of icons are there. I mean the toggles are there, and the brightness slider is there up top. And we have the power menu looking like this, and you can directly reboot to the recovery if you want from right here into the advanced settings if you have enabled that. And in terms of widgets, of course, we have the subscriber count widget and stuff, and the clock widget animation, everything is working fine. Now let's talk about the stock camera. This is how it looks like. You can make this like ultra wide angle lens and stuff. This is the version 4.7 of the Leica camera, I guess, not the version 5, but all the lenses with this Leica camera is actually working fine. 1x, 2x, every option is working, even in the portrait mode. Let me just show you with the front camera, and as you can see, front camera is working totally fine, no problems with it. The night mode, the 64 megapixel mode, everything is present and they are working fine. Even in the video settings, let me just show you this. We have up to 1080p 60 fps. I mean, not up to actually is 4K 30 fps, but 1080p 60 fps also works perfectly fine. It doesn't freeze or anything. In other ROMs I have seen recently the 1080p 60 fps force closing, but here that's not the case. But yeah, 4K 60 fps will not work in this device. And in case you are wondering about the super macro lens, yes, that too is working perfectly fine. As you can see, it's focusing really well with the super macro lens. Even you can shoot pro mode videos in case you want to, up to again 4K 30 fps. And there is a documents mode and stuff. With that you can take enhanced pictures. So in my opinion, this Leica camera present by default, it's a really huge thing that I have to say. So let's talk about the other things like the display settings. We have the brightness level, adaptive brightness in the lock screen. We have the skip lock screen, then the face unlock stuff is there. We have the control from lock device and the shortcuts you can change in the lock screen. And we have the always show time and info, and this is the always on charging. Wake screen for notification is also there. Now let me go back. We have the screen timeout and the prevent accidental wake up. In the dark theme, we have the use black theme or the pitch black option, and we have the night light option right here. You can change the intensity if you want. Then we have the display size and text. You can enable bold text if you want to. And here we have the live display as well, and you can change the color calibration stuff right here. And the reading mode is there, which will turn entire display to grayscale. In the colors, we have the natural, boosted, saturated, etc. options. Then we have the auto rotate screen and the double tap to wake and the full screen apps. But there is no wake screen gesture and stuff like that in the lock screen. As you can see, there is no ambient display kind of settings, so that I couldn't really find. So in case you need ambient display, this is a bummer for this ROM. In the wallpapers and styles, this is how it looks like. You can change the wallpapers, and there are a couple of DXUI kind of wallpapers which looks really beautiful. You can use them, and I have been using the default wallpaper, which is this one. There are also the spaces and the unsplash kind of wallpapers. The wallpapers pretty much are beautiful in this ROM, that I have to say. We have the wallpaper colors and the basic colors, up to 16 colors you will get. And we have the dark theme, the themed icons, and in terms of app grid, you can set it up to 6x10. So that's huge, but I have been using with the 5x5. We have the shortcuts and the icon packs changing option, I guess. Then we have the font style, and you can change it between these many font options. There is the in.57 or the nothing dot font. And you can also change the shapes if you want to. As you can see, plethora of shapes are there. In the sound and vibration, this is how it looks like. We have the media call, ring, etc. volume controls. We have the separated ring and notification sound. And we have this really interesting, your ring volume and notification volume separately with this toggle. We have the increasing ring volume. Then we have the do not disturb, live caption, and the smart pause, media kind of settings, and inside vibration and haptics. We have the touch feedback and stuff. You can customize that as well. We have the shortcut to prevent ringing. Then we have the default notification sound changing option. And we also have the dial pad tone, screen locking sound, charging sound, and vibration. You can toggle them on or off as you like it. And we have the always show icon when in vibrate mode, and the per app volume control is also there. In case you want that, you can enable it. Now let's talk about the battery settings. This is how it looks like. Not really interesting when you compare it to the Project Elixir ROM and stuff, but yeah, this is a very minimal kind of battery settings look, I would say, because it simply doesn't show you the battery temperature or any other battery stats like charging cycles and stuff. Just forget about them. So that's how it is. We only have the battery usage and the battery saver and the adaptive battery kind of settings. That's it. Now talking about the battery life, I have used it with the Accu battery app, and with that the screen on time I got, it's not something to boast about. As you can see right now, it shows about 6 hours and 15 minutes of estimated screen on time. It will give you about 7 hours of screen on time if your battery health is good, and the screen off it shows about 4 days. But yeah, the standby time with this isn't as great as Project Elixir, I have to say, but otherwise it's a decent battery life that you can expect from this ROM. If you charge your device fully every day, once at least, it will be fine. The combined use shows as 3 days, that's again a huge amount of number. And in the health section, for me the battery health shows as 76%. And in case you want to see the charging speed, you can see that with this Accu battery stats, I charged fully for about 88% and it took about more than 1 hour. You can see the detailed stats from the screenshot. So charging speed, not a problem. And inside this apps and notification settings, we have the parallel space option. You can have 2 accounts for WhatsApp with this, so dual apps kind of feature. You can definitely get it in this ROM. There is also the game space, and you can add any game that you are willing to over here. So you can have the game overlay and all the features with it. Now let's talk about security. This is how the security settings actually looks like. If you go into the settings, we have the touch fingerprint to unlock. So if you want to press the fingerprint scanner only when it will detect fingerprint, so you can disable this particular feature. We also have the face unlock and fingerprint kind of settings, and we have the AppLock right here. I have already enabled all of those. Now with those, let me actually show you how it works. And yes, double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen is there in this ROM. So that's a really nice feature to have. And as you can see, just tapping on the fingerprint scanner, it just unlocks. And the ripple effect animation looks really nice, as you can see from the always on display. So yeah, it looks beautiful. Pretty much you can notice it from right here. And if I go into the lock screen by double tapping and then just swipe up, as you can see right now, it shows recognizing face and it unlocks. So face unlock and fingerprint both are working perfectly fine. No problems whatsoever, and it's a very smooth experience while unlocking everywhere. It doesn't like give you any kind of glitches or flickering of the screen, even with 120 Hz all the time. So this is nice. And the AppLock, yes, that too is working perfectly fine. As you can see, it shows touch the fingerprint to unlock, and I'm just tapping it. And as you can see, it has unlocked and it just turned around where I left the app. Now, one interesting thing is that also the face unlock works with the AppLock. Now here, if I just open it and point the device towards my face, so it shows unlocked by face, press the unlock icon to continue. So I think this is the unlock icon. So yeah, as you can see right now, it has went to the app already. Now let's talk about the performance bit of this ROM. Well, in TestUI website, in Chrome, it actually shows 80 FPS, but with some other browsers, it may show 120 FPS. It's a bug related to the device. The Redmi Note 10 Pro actually shows 80 FPS. I don't know why in the TestUI website, but overall, it actually works with 120 Hz, no problems. And here, if I just open X and if I show you the scrolling speed, just notice how smoothly it scrolls, no problems whatsoever in Twitter at least. So yeah, and in the Play Store, also, as you can see, the scrolling is perfectly fine. It just switches between apps with ease, no problems whatsoever that you will face. So in my opinion, the performance of this ROM is great. And even in the recent panel, as you can see, it's just straight butter, no issues whatsoever. And here are the Android 10 Geekbench score with a CPU stress test on this particular build to give you an idea about the overall UI performance. Talking about the basic things of this ROM, well, the DRM info shows as L1, so you can stream Netflix or Amazon Prime videos in 1080p. And with the play integrity check, it actually shows meets basic integrity. Banking apps will not be a problem because I have tested it with SafetyNet, and with that it shows passed. The IR Blaster also works perfectly fine here, no need to worry about it. And in terms of the Google Photos, in the settings of it, it shows this Pixel can back up unlimited photos and videos at no extra charge. So this is huge. We have the Google Photos unlimited backup here. Now it's time I show you the customizations of this ROM. So for that, I have to go into this DXUI LAB, and in here you will get all the customizations. Just notice it has this tabs of each settings. It looks really good. In the battery settings, we have the battery style, and these are the options. Yes, there are no iOS 16 kind of styles. It looks like we have minimal customizations, I would say. We have the icon landscape right or left, circle, dotted circle, filled circle, etc. options, and we have the battery percentage next to the icon right or left. Then we have the battery style, and these are the options for that for the quick setting panel. In the buttons, we have the volume wake, click to take partial screenshot. Then we have the lock screen customization. Here we have the ambient fake gestures. So I'll just enable that for the time being. We have the lock screen. Then we have the wake up on plug, media cover art, etc. And the disable power menu on lock screen for privacy is there. We have the fingerprint authentication and error vibration. The miscellaneous settings right here. In here you will get the unlimited Google photo storage, unlock high PC in games, and the ignore Windows secure flags. Then the weather settings are there. We have the notifications right here. We have the make heads up less annoying. Reticker and app colored background, both are there. We have the noise notification as well. Then we get the power menu. In here we have the advanced reboot option, and you can enable the screenshot, logout, etc. kind of options from here. Then inside quick setting panel, we have the quick setting tile shape. You can put it to round, rectangle. Well, it it's not really applying, but yeah, I'll just go with round. We have the quick setting panel style. You can put it to A11 or A12. If you just switch to A12, this is how it will look, of course. So you can get the Android 12 look if you want to. This is really nice. In the animation styles, we have the no animation, or you can go with flip, and we have the duration of the animation, and there is the interpolator. Then we have the data usage kind of settings. And in here, once you enable a particular toggle, as you can see, you can get this flip kind of animation. In case you love that, you can enable those. But yeah, in here, you cannot really change the brightness slider position, I guess, to the bottom or something like that. It stays up top. And in the status bar, we have the double tap to sleep and the use network traffic indicator. 4G icon, show data disabled icon, and the AM/PM style, you can change it to small or normal. In the system settings, we have the Monet theme engine kind of customizations. The luminance, chroma factor, and the tint background stuff you can change. There are the head and body fonts. Here you can actually see which font looks like what. Here is the nothing dot font look and the n.55, Mi Sans, etc. fonts. You can actually choose from these. And we have the system icon packs, and these are the options for that. Then we have the icon shapes as well, and we have the vibrate on connect for in-call vibration, and the call waiting disconnect vibrations are also there. So those are all the customizations, but sadly there is no lock screen clock customization over here. So in terms of customization, I would consider this ROM as a ROM with minimal customizations. So let me know down there in the comments what you guys think about the latest Droid X UI ROM, and I have to say this is a really decent ROM that you can try if you want to. But in my opinion, if you want huge customizations, Project Elixir will be your perfect bet. If you want the most stable experience with a lot of features, like you get the battery kind of info, you get the charging cycles, the battery health, everything you can see in that ROM. I'll link that in the cards or the description. You can check that review out if you haven't. So this was my review about the Droid X UI family. I feel this is a decent Android 13 ROM that you can try. It has a really unique kind of look everywhere. In case you want to have this Android 11 kind of quick setting panel look and stuff with Android 13, this is a really nice ROM. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you like this ROM, and share this video with your friends if you feel like. This is Tito from KTNTECH signing off for today, and until next time, please subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.